So again, my name is Mike McDonald, just coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And the big question today is, can you succeed in network marketing? Can you create results if you don't have a lot of friends? So, preface this earlier today, I was talking with a new person that was getting excited, checking out my business, what was going on. And then I was also talking with one of my business partners, and she had, said the idea of, my son always says, I can't do this, or I don't think I can be successful, or, I just don't have a lot of friends. How am I going to make this happen? Different stuff like that. And first of all, I can totally appreciate that. That's where I came from. I got started in the business. I was super introverted, socially awkward, video game nerd, didn't have a lot of friends. I had a couple close friends in high school, a couple of them in college, nothing crazy like that. Obviously I knew people, and that's one thing that you want to keep in mind is science. A lot of people say that about 1,000 people by name and face by the time you're 20, in your mid-20s, something like that. So it's like people. The thing I think a lot of people get hung up on is they think that people, that they prejudge. They think that, Billy Bob's not going to be into this, so I'm not going to talk to him. Or I don't know if Bobby Sue's going to be into this, so I don't know if I should show him or not. Or they think in their mind that it's really sales-based, and that the fact that you're going to have to convince these people, and you're like, well, I don't really have a good relationship with these people. How am I supposed to convince them to do this or sell them on the products when I don't know them that well? And I think that's maybe a lot of times where that foundation comes in, where that fear of people not wanting to approach people that they quote-unquote know, or they feel like they don't have a lot of friends, or they basically don't feel that they could quote-unquote convince people to do this. So again, in your business, when you're recruiting, when you're prospecting, that's not what you want to do. So again, there's that side of it where you're not in a convincing business, you're not in a selling business, you're in a sorting business. So when you're presenting, you're just having people take a look. The only thing you're quote-unquote selling is a window of time. So you're selling a time where you can actually sit down with them and have them review your information and become educated, and then either make the decision that it's for them or it's not. The end. That's all you're doing. So you're not trying to sell them up front and why you have the best nutrition products in the world, why your vacation club's the most amazing, why your insurance program is going to save them the best thing in the world, whatever. That's not your goal. Your goal is just to expose people and have them see the business for what it really is. So that's a skill set. Again, that's something that can be learned. It's something I learned. It's something that I've helped people in my team learn. It's different stuff like that where you don't have to be an amazing, extroverted, talkative person, salesperson. That, again, you don't need any of that. A lot of times people that are introverted do way better because they can learn the correct things to say. They don't get off track as much because, number one, if they're anything like me, I don't like talking. So it's like, okay, cool. If I can learn a proven system, proven, quote-unquote scripts, whatever you want to call it, things you can say, and people will either be open or not. And that's another thing. When you're inviting, you're having people check out your business, it's not about, I have a super close relationship to this person so I can get them to take a look. It's like, no, you just ask if they're open. And if they're open, they're going to want to see what you have. And then you just lead them through the process of, okay, cool, here's what we do, here's how you check it out. The end. An example, I've had several people this week that I'm meeting with where I've maybe only had a few sentence conversation with them, and I found out what they need and want, asked them if they're open to a way to help them solve that. They said yes, and now I'm having an appointment with them where I'm going to show them what we do. And then again, it's like, cool, if it's for them, great. If not, that's great too. Where again, a lot of times what people are doing is they think in advance that they need to sell and convince these people that they're meeting with, or people on their list, or people that they know, or their acquaintances. And that, again, that's just not the case. Now, obviously, if you have tight-knit relationships and you have a lot of credibility, that can be beneficial in network marketing because more people are going to follow you. You could totally screw up the presentation. You could do a terrible job, but based on your reputation and your relationship with those people, they might come on board anyway, where it's like, cool, well, Mike's a sharp person. He's going somewhere. I'm going to team up and work with him. I don't really care what he's doing. I'm going to jump on board. So that obviously is a benefit of having great relationships with a lot of people, but by no means is that a reason why you can't be successful and why you can't go out and build a successful business. Because again, if you learn the correct way to invite and have people check out your business, it doesn't matter how many friends you have or how, tight a knit network it is. And also, when you're working with people in your business, when you help them get started, that's the beauty of network marketing, because you can go into their network where you're digging deep, where it's not just about the people that you personally know. Yeah, maybe you talk to 200 friends and 3 or 4 get started, but then you help go into their network and maybe you reach someone that isn't a huge person that has a center of influence and their team explodes. Well, did you probably know any of those people beforehand? Probably not. So you maybe didn't have hundreds of friends, or you had hundreds of friends and they all said no. Are you going to just quit then? Are you going to be like, oh, throw in the towel? My friends that aren't, business minded, that aren't successful said no, so I'm just going to quit. Okay, cool. Well, you probably shouldn't even gotten started if that's the case. But, again, so it's like if you learn how to invite correctly, you can have people check out your business. So again, I'm meeting with a girl on Friday that I used to work with, and it's like, we weren't best friends. We didn't hang out. I don't even think we ever hung out once outside of work. And yeah, no problem. But yeah, it's like, I don't even think we hung out once outside of work. And then at the same time, maybe waved at each other, said, hey, whatever. But I asked if she was open. I said, hey, my company's expanding. We're looking for some sharp people right now. And I remember from when we used to work together, you had a great positive attitude and you're always friendly with people. And, honestly, I don't know what you're up to these days, but I was just curious if you might all be open to something. I can't promise anything, but we're looking for somebody sharp, and you were one of the first people I thought of. Just curious, would you be open to something extra right now? And she said yes. Cool. So I set up an appointment. She would have said no. I'd be like, all right, great. Appreciate your time. It's always great working with you when I used to. The end. So it's like, it might be somebody you haven't talked to in years, since high school, whatever the case is. Your job is not to be addicted to the outcome of the person. If you want to ask me more questions, feel free to shoot me an email or connect with me on Facebook. It's at mikemacdirect@gmail.com. Or same thing with Facebook. It's just facebook.com/MikeMacDirect. Sorry, got a couple questions here. But yeah, again, so it's like, different ways when you're prospecting, you're approaching people. That's some ways to do it, where it doesn't matter if you have a huge friends list, a huge base of people you can work from. If you learn the right skills, the right techniques, you can have people checking out your business. And then again, it's just a numbers game. You're not in the convincing business. You're just showing people, and they see it, they like it, they don't, whatever, move on next. So that's some great ideas. But again, if you want to dive further into this, maybe learn some of the wording, learn some of the scripts, learn some of the proven ways that work for inviting, you can actually head on over to coachmikemcdonald.com/inviting. I have a free training over there. It's just enter your name and email, and I go through the 14 proven keys to inviting for your business. So I go through a lot of different scenarios, whether it be people you worked with a long time ago, people you went to high school with, some of your best friends right now, old coworkers, people you haven't talked to in years, people that you've never met before, cold market out and about, different stuff like that, how you can prospect and recruit effectively. So if you want to plug into that free training, go to coachmikemcdonald.com/inviting, and I'll toss that link up here in a sec. And like I said, if you want to connect with me more, you can feel free to hit me up on Facebook. It's facebook.com/MikeMacDirect. And we'll look forward to talking to you guys again soon. Appreciate it.